What is up, gamers? It is me, Fun Guy here, and today we've got the Battlefield 5 Settings Guide, fresh for 2021. Now, I'm making this video as my Battlefield 1 Settings Guide is by far the most popular video on my channel to date, so I thought it's about time I made the same thing for Battlefield 5. I really hope you find this useful, as I died many times trying out different combinations of settings in order to find what I feel are the best settings to use in the game in its current state. So please make sure to like the video and give that subscribe button a touch as well. Okay then, gamers, so if we go into our options, into controls, there's just a few to look at here in the basic bit. Invert vertical look is obviously based on your personal preference. Soldier aim sensitivity, this is a very personal one, but what I would say is start off low, and when you start to find that your aim's too slow for you to keep up with, bump it up by 5%. Bit of trial and error, you'll find what's right for you, and then if you want to be increasing that, what I would say is play for 2 weeks with the sensitivity you've got, get used to that, then up it by 5% and repeat. That's how I've got mine up to 70% from about 40%, which I started on about a year ago. So then obviously all of these options here, pretty standard. So now let's jump to advanced, shall we? So I've got aiming left, right, acceleration. I've got this put to 100%. And if you look on the right hand side of the screen here, it says choose the amount of acceleration when pushing the aiming stick all the way. If you want stick aiming without any acceleration, as Battlefield 4, set the value to 0. If you want stick aiming with full acceleration, as it was in Battlefield 1, set the value to 100. So therefore, because I prefer the Battlefield 1 setup, I've put that to 100%. Now, uniform soldier aiming put as on, and the coefficient, we're going to want to put this down to 0, I find. Works just fine. Alternatively, you could try it at 133% if you're having trouble with it on 0. Vehicle aiming, again, I've got that set on 0. Uniform aiming on vehicle is off. All of this stuff is standard. You want to keep this all the same. I've put my plane control sensitivity up to 150% because honestly the basic setting is just too slow. This is all standard as well. We go to controller tuning. I've changed my center dead zone to 12% here. Axial dead zone's on 15. That's the same for both. Controller L2 R2, we've got 1% and 5% for L2 dead zone and max input threshold, 1 and 5 respectively, and then the same again for R2 there. So that's those done. Now let's come out of that, go into gameplay. So we've got the basic settings here. All good. This kill log bit, change this. Obviously show the kill log, set it to nearby. That way you can see what's going on in the vicinity around you. You don't want to know what's going on the other side of the map on your kill feed. You need to know what's going on nearby so that you can get a hint as to what might be going on where you can't see. Scrolling down further, we just got a bunch of stuff we don't really care about, and then the crosshair colours and the hit indicator colours. So obviously I've put my crosshair to purple, but you want to put yours to some kind of bright colour, whatever you prefer. Don't copy mine though. And then of course we've got these sight colours there. Haven't played with those too much. Now hit indicators, you've got hit, headshot, kill, and then down here, armor. I've left the armor hit indicator as it was, but I've changed all the other hit indicators to suit me. Over down, as you can see, they've got all these settings here. We're keeping those the same. The only thing we're going to change extra is the minimap size up to 130%. Again, that ties into the kill log. It just gives you a bit more information about what's going on around you. If the minimap's slightly bigger, you can see what's going on in your peripheral vision slightly easier. Moving on to advanced, camera shake scale, turn that down all the way so that there's less fiddling with your aim there. You can have this on or off. I prefer to have it off. All this stuff. This is a preference as well. I like to tilt my head with the vehicle as it as it flies, so I have that off. You could have yours on and avoid the tilting, but I can't get on with it. And then we got network stats, which we don't really care about there. Now onto audio. Not much to do here, just maybe put the music volume down a little bit so you can hear easier. Make sure you've got the sound preset set best for you. If you're using a headset, I would recommend using the 3D headphones setting, as it allows you to hear where the footsteps are coming from a bit easier. If not, I'd recommend the night mode, as it just turns down those boomy sounds a little bit, so again gives you a little bit crisper sound of what might be going on around you. Voice over IP, if you're getting a lot of annoying music people are playing in game, turn that off. If you want to speak to people in the party, obviously turn it on. However, if you're just playing as part of a PSN or Xbox Live party, you can turn that off and just use your party chat instead. All the other things there we keep the same. Then moving on to video, we've got a few here. Brightness we're keeping as standard, or you can turn it up how you want. I got mine to 75. Field of view, that starts all the way down here on 55. What you're going to want to do is crank that up to 74. What that does is give you a wider angle of view. It makes what appears in the center of your screen smaller, so you do have to compensate for that, but the bonus of that is that it makes your recoil of your weapons appear slightly lower. Aim down sight field of view, we got that off. Motion blur, we got that off. Aim down sight depth of field effect, so that's the blur that goes around. When you look down your sight, around the sight's going to be blurred, but we want to turn that off so that we can see more clearly. That's a big one there. And then we've also got this custom color settings. You can turn that on if you want to change this, squad color, team color, enemy color, etc. I've got mine on deuteranopia, which is one of the colorblind types. We've also got two others. Well, where's my stick gone? There we go. So we've got tritanopia and protanopia as well, and then you can also do it all custom. You can see there's quite a lot of options there, but I've got mine set like that. So then chromatic aberration, film grain, vignette and lens distortion should all be off. When these are on, they just add little visual effects onto the screen which don't really help when you're trying to aim, so we're going to turn all those off. So there you have it, making a few small changes to your controller settings as well as a few video effects settings just makes the world of difference in this game. Make sure you try those out and you'll definitely see an improvement in your gunplay skills. Now to finish up, just a quick question for you guys. What sensitivity do you use? Place your answers in the comment section below. Also, if you do have any questions, drop a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll leave you now with the last few clips of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.